Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
The latest from attorney John Deaton on this topic. Prediction. The case against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson is over. It was over the day it was filed. There's no way the SEC can meet its burden. The SEC must prove the two executives had actual knowledge XRP was a security or was reckless in not knowing. In order to prove recklessness, excuse me, the SEC must prove a reasonable person would have known XRP was a security because it was so clear and obvious to anyone at that time. So, let's review some of the evidence. Number 1. October 2012 Perkins-Coie memo. It concluded XRP was not a security. And so a couple days or so ago, I put out a lengthy video going through the degree to which that is true. And so think right there. You go out of your way. There's no case law at this point in crypto that would cover this. And so you're a responsible citizen thinking about starting this company that would ultimately become Ripple. You hire a law firm, spend who knows how much money to have them draft up these massive reports on whether or not what you want to do is actually legal, because you want to be law-abiding. And then the conclusion is that the way that you're proposing to go to market is legal. Well, then how the hell could it be the case that you go later, if you're Chris Larson, how can you then later claim that this guy was reckless? Quite to the contrary, there's firm evidence to the contrary. And these asshats at the SEC are liars. They are liars. And they're claiming that that document argues and proves the opposite, which is just stunning. And I'm not going to go into further in this video because I've gone through it in great detail, let's just say that, and covered it on this channel. But anyway, moving forward. Number 2. Until April 2018, the SEC allowed staff, including enforcement lawyers, to trade and own crypto, including XRP, without any restrictions. 3. June 13th, 2018, SEC legal memo analyzing whether XRP is a security. SEC enforcement lawyers do not conclude XRP is a security because there's no enforcement recommendation made. Isn't that astonishing? You know, because they did a full analysis on whether or not XRP was a security and decided at that time not to bring action. How the hell can it be the case if the SEC didn't even know themselves or didn't believe themselves at the time that XRP was a security? How was Chris Larson or Brad Garlinghouse supposed to think that it was? How does that make rational sense? Number 4. June 14th, 2018 Hinman speech. Hinman said Ethereum is no longer a security because it's sufficiently decentralized. Since it can be argued that the XRP ledger is, at least, as decentralized, if not more, it's reasonable to believe ongoing sales of XRP from 2018 forward were lawful. Number 5. August 20th, 2018. A meeting between David Schwartz, who of course is Ripple CTO and co-creator of the XRP ledger, and Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, with Jay Clayton and Billy Boy Hinman. Brad yells out the following: "Ripple's in purgatory because of the lack of clarity over XRP," and that's a quote. Now, neither Clayton nor Hinman inform Garlinghouse or Ripple that they or the SEC believe XRP is a security. So think about this. He's literally speaking to the chair of the SEC, Chairman Clayton. He was the chair at the time. And he's literally saying, we're in purgatory here right now. We don't have any sort of clarity. And what does he get? I mean, if Brad Garlinghouse were truly reckless, shouldn't that have been pointed out to him by the SEC chair in that moment? Don't you think? Number 6. Coinbase goes to the SEC in January 2019 and informs the SEC it has concluded XRP is not a security and planned listing XRP the following month. The SEC said nothing to discourage Coinbase, and XRP was listed in February 2019. Folks, I remember when that news came out last year, my jaw dropped. I was like, oh my freaking God. That was just astonishing. Little did I know that there was way more intense and strong evidence on the side of Ripple than that. But even when that happened, how long has it been? When did we first find out about that? It was like a quarter or halfway through the year last year? I can't remember. But it was last year. And I remember discovering that, and my mind was just blown here. I'm sitting here thinking XRP this whole time has been a security, and Ripple was supposed to know it, and the executives were supposed to know it. Coinbase, though, went to the SEC and said, yeah, our legal team doesn't think XRP is a security, we're going to list it. And they had the SEC had no problem with it. No freaking problem whatsoever. In what world does that make logical sense? Well, it doesn't, obviously. John continues. January 1st, 2020. Ballard Inc., a financial investment firm, filed an ethics declaration with the SEC, assuring the SEC that Ballard would only trade digital assets generally accepted in the financial industry as non-securities: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. And I had forgotten about that one. I covered that on the channel when that news broke, when it started getting circulated heavily throughout the XRP community. But that's another example right there. On the SEC's website. In summary, the 2012 Perkins-Coie opinion letter destroys the SEC's chances of proving Garlinghouse and Larson actually believed XRP to be a security. If SEC enforcement lawyers, the experts who determine what is or isn't a security, couldn't make the case XRP was definitely a security as late as 2018, there's no way it can prove Larson and Garlinghouse were reckless in 2013 or beyond. In fact, Ripple can prove the opposite by showing that it wasn't even obvious to the SEC that XRP was a security by offering this evidence. Number one, SEC's own enforcement lawyers couldn't make the case in 2018, and number two, the Hinman speech provided reason to believe XRP was in the clear. Number three, Clayton and Hinman didn't communicate XRP was a security during meetings until 4 months before the lawsuit. Number four, the SEC allowed its staff to own or trade XRP without restriction up until 2019. And number five, it allowed MoneyGram to sell XRP to retail holders through exchange. Yeah, and also add, and this is my favorite little fun fact, that the SEC hired a third party to run a node on the XRP ledger to conduct transactions. So the SEC used taxpayer money to pay for what they would then claim were illegal securities transactions. Can't make this stuff up, folks. It's absolutely absurd. John continues. Thus, Garlinghouse and Larson can prove they didn't believe XRP was a security. They can also prove the SEC itself wasn't convinced XRP was a security. The final nail in the SEC's proverbial coffin, case, is proving what most independent market participants believed. You prove that by offering the Coinbase and Ballard evidence. Coinbase, with its sophisticated securities lawyers, concluded in 2019 that XRP was not a security and communicated that fact to the SEC and then proceeded to list XRP. Ballard, a typical market participant, was very concerned about digital assets potentially being unregistered securities and therefore made clear to the SEC it would only trade digital assets generally accepted within the industry as non-securities. That would be XRP, of course. The defense rests. Golf clap for Mr. Deaton, everybody, killing it as usual. And I wanted to add one additional tweet outside this thread from him, because there's somebody who asked John Deaton following. Then why is the case still going on, then, John, if the evidence is so overwhelming? And John Deaton had a response to that, which I thought that you all would find rather enlightening. And he wrote the following. The judge rules on motions after discovery. Some people, not saying you, are taking shots at the judges asking why does she allow this lawsuit to go on. Ripple hasn't filed a motion claiming the case is in bad faith. The judge isn't on Twitter. She responds to what is filed. That's the tweet. So it is that simple. Like, there's a process for all of this, and just because what we've seen to this point really is truly that absurd and in favor of Ripple and XRP holders and against the SEC, even though that's true, and we know that, there's still a process that must be followed. That's the truth of it. That's what's going on here. Now take a look at this. Here's a headline from just the other day. Tesla CEO Elon Musk's lawyer alleges that SEC leaked info from federal investigation. It appears that the ongoing battle between the SEC and Tesla CEO Elon Musk is far from over. In a letter addressed to New York Judge Allison Nathan on Monday, Musk's lawyer, Alex Spiro, accused the Securities and Exchange Commission of leaking information from its investigation. These leaks, Spiro noted, seem to be reprisals against the CEO, who has openly criticized the SEC in the past. Spiro did not provide the name of the SEC staff member who allegedly leaked information in this letter, but he argued that such actions highlight the agency's vindictive nature towards the Tesla CEO. And as it turns out, Elon Musk has been building a case. He's publicly stated that now, just earlier today. And so here's an individual on Twitter named Dr. Jack, who wrote the following. What if Elon Musk and Tesla has been baiting the SEC for years, building their case on the level or corruption, and now they have enough evidence to go public with it all? Grab your popcorn, folks. And as it turns out, that's the case. Elon Musk responded. This is his official Twitter account with 74.7 million followers, and he wrote the following. Building a case is exactly what I've been doing. Then somebody responded to him and wrote, starting a fight with the SEC is not a great look. That's a bad take, but that's what this individual wrote. Elon Musk responded, though, and wrote, I didn't start the fight, but I will finish it. And then there's articles covering that. I'm not going to read this article either because it'd just be too far outside the scope of what I really wanted to get at and the points I wanted to make for this video. But here you go. Here's another headline. Elon Musk to the SEC. I didn't start the fight, but I will finish it. And he does seem like he's really going after them, and he does seem to think that there's some serious corruption, which, you know, after getting to know the folks at the SEC a little bit, some of them are just such terrible people. I'm just not surprised to see claims like this. And not that literally everybody at the SEC is bad. I don't think that's the case. I'm just saying that, like, the heart of the organization seems rotten. It really does. And so Attorney John Deaton responded to that last tweet from Elon Musk, and he wrote the following. And I'll tell you what, if Elon Musk writes back, I'll make an entire video on that. He hasn't to this point, but I would hope so. But John Deaton wrote to Elon Musk and said, Elon, please know over 65,000 XRP holders are with you as we have joined to fight fight against SEC abuse and corruption as well. And this has been heavily liked and retweeted, so one would think that Elon Musk, that would be enough, I would think, for it to pop up in his notifications. I would think that would be the case. And he's constantly inundated, but that's why the tweets that get that many extra likes, it shows up that many more times, and then people end up noticing it. So, again, no response to this point, but, man, in a way, we're all kind of in the same boat. Just getting attacked by the SEC, and I don't know what to do. Like, I'm not saying the SEC should go away, but it needs to be, like, I don't even know, maybe is gutted too much? Like, it needs to change. There's something about the culture at the SEC which I find rather repugnant. So I don't know what the solution is, and I don't have enough of the inside facts, but I'm telling you, it doesn't look good from the outside, and seeing the actions and arguments that they make, it's just so disingenuous and harmful to your everyday investor. I don't see how it'd be reasonable to let that stand.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.